Namaste to everybody. Hari Om. This was our second session on the chanting for healing of in the year 2023, and we are recording it on the second Ekadasi of the year. And we're going to chant Vishnu Sahasranama today. Usually, I give a small anecdote or a story or an explanation at the end of the chanting. Today it will be the reverse. So let us start with the three ohms like we always do. Take a deep breath in. कल्याण अद्भुत गात्राय कामितार्थप्रदायिने श्रीवेङ्कटनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मङ्गलम्. So today, since we are chanting Vishnu Sahasranamam, I wanted to give an introduction and the significance of chanting the Vishnu Sahasranamam. The Nama Sankirtanam, that means the chanting of the Lord. Now, Vishnu Sahasranamam means the thousand names of the Lord. So they're not exactly thousand in the shloka, but they're a little less. They are repeated, but it adds up to thousand. You can describe him in another million names, but it's humanly impossible. So the seers, since it is also Bhishma Ashtami is going to come, and since also we just had Uttarayana, I thought it should be it's correct that we speak about the Vishnu Sahasrama today. So let me begin. We are all here on this earth because of our previous karmas. Why was I born to a set of parents? Why was I born in a particular country? Why did I get a particular education, or why did I not get educated at all? Why do I have a particular status in this society, and so on and so forth? We do not know the reason. How is this decided? Is there a something behind it? Is there a reason behind it? It just cannot be some random accident that we get, the cards, in this life that we play with. I'm not here merely because of my father and mother's karma. Okay, what they did, what their karma is, that I was born in this house, is not dependent on their karmas. It's has to be certainly something which I did. Let me give you an analogy. For instance, if I get fever and I take medicine, I will get cured. If my neighbor had that medicine, I will not get cured. Or vice versa. If my neighbor is sick and I will take the medicine, he or she will not get cured. Then he has to take the medicine himself. So the cause and effect lies with the individual. Someone else's deeds will not affect my karma. So just let us accept that, okay, blindly. That my soul or Atman had some karmas before day one of my birth. And this soul will be there even when I'm gone. if I leave this mortal body, after I fulfill my days on planet Earth, whether I come back here for another round of lessons to be learnt, or will I go somewhere else in the universe? Or the best option is to merge with the Lord's feet. Depends on my karmas in this birth. So I want to pose a question to you all. Do you all want to come back to earth, or do you want to take that option to merge with the Lord's feet? I, for one, I don't want a rebirth. I'm very happy with this life. I'm full of gratitude. Life has given me, thankfully, the strength to deal with the unpleasants. Sometimes it has been difficult, but equally, I should not be ungrateful for all the blessings that I have received. So, but yet, you know, let us keep that in mind that the best option is indeed to merge with the Lord's feet. So, keeping that and accepting this theory blindly will be the best thing, right? Or else you will find life chaotic. This theory of cause and effect, that's what I'm saying. And you will not understand why some things are happening to you. Because we need to be accountable to ourselves and also accept the fact that we will get the results of our deeds either in this birth or the next. So I'm responsible for this life I have. It is like a computer algorithm that goes on automatically depending on your punya or papa. So, is this entirely true? Because once, when you take birth again, it's a fresh account. You're getting a new chance, it's a fresh new start that you're getting. But if you're enjoying the bank account, you come with a certain bank account of your karmas in the previous birth. That's what they say. You have your punya account and you have a papa account. So, if you're enjoying, the bank account of the punya will keep on reducing. You're withdrawing that money there from there. And if you're suffering, you're reducing the papa account also. And only when this accounts become zero, this equal to that, when there is a sum zero, you're eligible for Vaikuntha. I had shared an article on Vaikuntha Ekadasi with you and described what was Vaikuntha, the place where there is no kuntita or dullness, stupidity, and misery. So it is a difficult math. How are you going to know that, is my punya is getting equated with the papa? It's difficult. But if you all do all good, you may get Swargaloka. It's a lovely place. So the scriptures say it's a beautiful place. See, Swargaloka is different from Vaikuntha, mind you. Or you may get Brahmaloka. So there are 7 lokas. So you may go anywhere depending on your karmas. Or you may come back to Bhumi Devi, this earth. There is no guarantee. So Krishna tells Arjuna, O Kaunteya, only when you enter my loka or Vaikuntha, only then are you finally liberated. There is no coming back. You will be forever be at my lotus feet in total bliss. Because that is what is Sat Chidanand, truth, consciousness, and bliss. That is the only place that you get, that is at his feet. And this happens in Vaikuntha. So you want to achieve that, right? But we are already here in this material world. And so, now that we are here, you can spend your punya quite easily. You want to have an ice cream, enjoy yourself. That's your sampunya that you did, that you're getting that ice cream. You want to buy a Kanjivaram sari. You're traveling to some exotic places. You're visiting temples, spending time with loved ones. You have good friends, good health, enough comfortable, enough money. You have a career. All that's your punya. And the papam is reverse. You may suffer in various degrees. Oh, this backache, this leg pain, surgery, something, some loss. All that is your papa is getting reduced. But you don't want to suffer, right? Nobody likes to suffer. Once you're here, you just want at least life to be peaceful. You just need that peaceful life and leave, isn't it? So you want to reach Vaikuntha and you want to live here peacefully on this earth too. So our acharyas via Lord Vishnu has given us a solution. How to reach Vaikuntha by spending our papa and punya in a peaceful manner. One is the Ekadasi Vratam, especially Vaikuntha Ekadasi. It opens doors and possibilities to get moksham. So let me give you an analogy. If my tire gets punctured, I cannot lift the car and change it, change the tire. Instead, I can use a jack to assist me. Better still, I can get a car mechanic to help me. So there are, different ways you can do it. So also there are tools to assist us in reaching Vaikuntha and getting ourselves liberated from this never ending cycle of birth and death. That is what I'm saying. So, what did Adi Shankara say? I'm not much of please forgive my singing, but I just want to say this. This is from Bhaja Govindam. Adi Shankara says, पुनरपि जननं पुनरपि मरणं पुनरपि जननं पुनरपि मरणं पुनरपि जननी चतरे शयनम् इह संसार बहुदोस्तार कृपया पारे पाहि मुरारे भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते. So this means one is born again and again, which means one also dies again and again in a never ending circle of life. You sleep in your mother's womb in different births, and the cycle repeats again and again. O Lord, the vanquisher of Mura, the Asura, that is Lord Krishna, help me cross this limitless sea of life. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. That means worship Govinda. Don't be an idiot and while away your time. That's what Radha Shankara is saying. So, what is prescribed in the Kali Yuga? That Naam Japam or Naam Sankirtanam, the chanting of the names of the Almighty. So, we will discuss the four yugas in a different session. Here, I will just say, suffice to say, that Kali Yuga is the shortest and has the easiest method of achieving moksha. So, and chanting of Vishnu Sahasranama is one of them. So, we said one is Vaikuntha Ekadasi, and the next is chanting of Vishnu Sahasranama. Now, Lord Vishnu is called Mukunda because he gives moksha. Mukunda means one who gives moksha. That is why Vishnu is also called Muktinath. Shri Vishnu is Paramatma and Vaikuntham is the Paramadhama. So there is a story about how and an Arvars, one of the Arvars, that is one of the saints who worship, who have sung about Vishnu in their pasurams in Tamil. He was a Shaivite. I mean, I won't go get into too many details, but he went to Shiva and said, "Okay, you give me this, you've given me this, you've given me this, now, but now I want moksha." So Lord Shiva said, "Moksham Kodupavan Mukundan Oruvane," means moksha can be only given by Mukunda or Lord Vishnu. So that is why we chant the Vishnu Sahasranama. So, what is Vishnu Sahasranama? It is nothing but chanting the 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Being. And what is the meaning of Vishnu? Vishnu means one who is all pervasive in Sanskrit, the one who has no birth, and one who existed even before time. Isn't that mind boggling? He is supreme. He created this multi universes. He's The human mind cannot comprehend what his greatness or his glory. Now, Vishnu Sahasranama finds a place in the Anusanika Parva of the Mahabharata. So, what had happened? The Kurukshetra war was over. The Dharmaputra or Yudhishthira was anointed the emperor, and uh, but far from being triumphant, he was stricken by grief over the widespread devastation and annihilation wrought by the war. And he's tormented by a sense of guilt that he was to be blamed for it. So he goes to Lord Krishna for solace. Now, Lord Krishna has already given the Bhagavad Gita in the beginning of the Kurukshetra war. But this time, instead of him giving any lecture or giving a shoulder to cry on, Krishna Bhagwan, takes into Bhishma, who was lying on the bed of arrows ahead of departing from this world. Bhishma departed on Bhishmashtami after the Uttarayana had set in. He wanted to leave his mortal, being in Uttarayana because he had the wish, he had that ichha, yeah, that ichha mrityu, he could leave the earth whenever he wanted. That was a boon that he had got. So, isn't it wonderful that we're talking about it during Uttarayana? We just finished the Makara Shankranti. So, and Bhishma expounds the various aspects and subtleties of dharma, and towards the end comes up with the Sahasnama Stotra by way of an answer to Dharmaputra's specific question on the Supreme One. So, talking about karmas and how the universe works, it is no coincidence that we are all here in this learning process together. And I, for one, can go on talking about the Vishnu Sahasrama, but together we will unpeel the other benefits of chanting in this material world at a later session. For now, we will do the chanting. Hari Om.